Hey everyone, welcome back to Tony Hawk's Underground 2 Remix. I'm Aesthetic. With me on this is Blank Tester.
Hey kids, how's it going?
Matt Rocks 101.
Hey, I'm Matt.
And Canuck Dude.
Hey.
And we are headed to Kyoto in this video.
Konnichiwa, Grasshopper. This place ain't just raw fish and chopsticks, men. Japan's got some of the wildest skate lines in the world. Let's kamikaze these suckers.
Alright, so once again, we're on BAM's team because this is the alternate level to Berlin, and, you know, you had to go to Barcelona and you had to get rookie swapped at the end of the previous one. But, yeah, so Kyoto is another new level, exclusive to the remix version. It's another giant level, you know, complex level, with some pretty cool developments. You know, if you know the secret character or, like, you know, what happens, kind of the destruction in this, it's pretty awesome. Once again, Shaba definitely put in some work. Yeah, so the level layout might be kind of confusing at the start. It's sort of like the road out here is sort of a loose C shape, and then on one side is this giant train station that I start out in, I'll go back to, and it'll be, you know, really, really giant, and then some buildings you could jump on top of and such. Yeah.
Was this level reused in any of the later games? This wasn't in American Wasteland, was it?
It is. It shows up in classic mode of American Wasteland.
I thought it was. I was going to say, this looks familiar, but I know I've never played this, so where have I seen this?
Yeah, just like Santa Cruz and Atlanta. Yeah, it's
okay.
Classic mode, but yeah, we're
It's also one of the most popular
station.
levels in Thug Pro. A lot of people spend a lot of time in this level on Thug Pro.
Yeah, because there's like lines for days.
Yeah.
Now, I will say maybe some parts of it there are, you know, too many things. Like you will see me bump around a bit. Have to like get off my board, do a Thug 2 remix walk. And I want to bring something up kind of regarding that. That earlier I said there's no camera controls when you're off your board. That is actually wrong. I was corrected by Manly Chicken. If you hold the circle button when you're off your board, you can use the analog stick to look around. There is camera controls when you're off your board, however, like you can't really move while turning the camera.
Yeah.
So it would have helped. However, I recorded all this footage before I got the comment. It would have helped, but you know it's still not as good as the console version.
Yeah, it still would have been better with two thumbsticks. And it's so weird to me that it took so long for handhelds to really get that you needed the two thumbsticks. I mean, the PSP didn't have it, but neither did the DS. And like, you'd think Nintendo would have been able to like learn from that, but only until like the 3DS XL. And even then, they added a tiny little nub.
Yeah.
I was going to say, the 3DS didn't have two either. The 3DS did have like a what's that thing called?
Like a little expansion thing?
No, I was gonna say like it had a little analog thing, but it only had one, like the PSP.
Yeah, no, it has one analog stick, and then it has a tiny nub if you get the new 3DS XL.
I mean, you know, on the PlayStation Portable, the tiny nub is what you get. I think it was just like, it's kind of weird thinking in retrospect, like, this game, you know, that there were portable Tony Hawk games that were just ports, just because, like, this kind of game requires a lot of reaction, you know, and so like, you know, for what I'm saying I'm running into based on emulating the game, imagine, you know, actually playing it on a PSP.
Yeah. I actually beat this game on a PSP, and it can get pretty tough, especially with how like weird the shoulder buttons feel. Like there's a little bit of give before they actually click in. Also, that circle pad that is on the PSP is absolutely terrible for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, and it's I mean, like Connor said it, I think it was in the first video where he said that, you know, when you have your controls attached to your screen, you know, anything that requires quick reaction times, if you press the button and it shifts your screen, your eyes have to adjust, your brain has to adjust, where having a TV that's separate from that is a very different experience.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's the reason why you can't just get VR by holding your your handheld console up to your face.
Yeah, tape an entire like 60-inch TV to the front of your head.
Right, it's not the same.
Yeah, real quick, what I'm showing here, on normal mode, you only need to hit 2 of these signs. On sick mode, you actually need to hit all 3. So I'm showing you how to get the third one.
How
in case. Yeah. But I mean, like, note the fan on the ground, like I said, will be getting up to the, rooftops again, and there's a lot of those fan opportunities for, like, launching yourself up and around.
Yeah. Also really popular in Fun Pro.
Now, this is the first video I've been on, and I gotta say, I really don't like that red outline whenever you go into the zoom thing.
Going into focus mode?
Focus mode?
Focus mode, that's what it is. I don't know why that pulsing red outline is really distracting to me.
Yeah, I think it's distracting as well.
It's triggering your brain back to those Call of Duty days. You feel like you're one shot away from dying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's triggering me back to Dark Souls 2 that had that in front of every boss fight for some reason, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
None of the other Dark Souls games have that in front of their boss fights, only Dark Souls 2, and that's all it reminds me of.
On a PSP, like...
Oh my god, Dark Souls on a PSP. Jesus.
I think he was just saying like this on a PSP, maybe.
Yeah, the screen is like 312p. Like, that red outline is taking up, like, a lot of the screen.
Huh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, like, stand up, walk across the room, look back at your monitor, and that's the size of the screen, when you're playing the PSP in your hand. But
I'm kind of sad I missed out on getting a PSP. I guess it's not too late. I could still get one and play this.
Yeah, no, like, I bought one. I never had one as a kid. I bought one a couple months ago to play this on, the native hardware. Mm-hmm. So I could, know what I was talking about and all that.
Yeah.
I still don't, know.
I mean, I told you, Connor, did I tell the story of my only real interaction with a PSP as a kid? I told the story to you, but I don't know if I told the story on recording.
I don't think so.
So there was this kid named Ben in middle school.
Do you get beads thrown on you in this story?
No, not in this story.
Okay.
I'm not the one getting goofed on in this one.
Okay.
So Ben is holding his PSP, and I'm like, oh, the PSP had just come out, and I was like, oh man, that's super cool. And he was like, oh, you want to hold it? And I was like, sure. And I held it, and I was like, this feels kind of flimsy to me. And I handed it back to him, and he goes, nah, man, this thing's rock solid. And he just chucked it at the ground, and it just shattered. It exploded. He just stood there like, oh, no, Ben. Like, I'm not even really friends with this kid. Like, and I wasn't trying to egg him on.
Impress you.
And I mean, he didn't hold it against me or anything, right? So, like, it was just like in this moment when he was convinced it was rock solid, and I was like, I don't know, man, it doesn't seem that rock solid to me. And, like, it's not even a thing against the PSP because, like, he did chuck it at the ground. Like, they don't build him to survive.
Sparrow was trying to ollie a schoolgirl, and now she's in a coma. He sucks. We need you back.
Whoa!
I forgot about that.
Sparrow killed somebody.
Yeah.
What? Ollie a schoolgirl? What is that?
I don't know, Dad. But the PSP feels really flimsy. Like, the left and right.
Are you saying it wouldn't survive a dunk?
No, it would not survive a dunk.
Okay.
So you'll see a lot more focus mode in this video compared to Santa Cruz and Atlanta. Like I'd kind of realized by this point that just with everything going on and balance being harder and such, going into focus mode to just get things right the first time was worth it for my sake, for your sake, especially because you have to do some pretty long grinds here in Kyoto.
I do want to say it's cool that it looks about as good as the PS2 version on the PSP.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It reminds me of when the Game Boy Advance came out and it had all those Super NES games on it. And it looked about as good. That's what it reminds me of. Hey, there's a schoolgirl. You could have liked that one, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, I was just gonna say, like, this was like the first generation of portables that was like really 3D and had these kind of things. I mean, you went from like Game Boy Advance, which was basically just
it was all 2D,
2D stuff to this. So,
and they had like some pseudo 3D stuff, but like
the Tony Hawk games.
Well,
those were isometric 3D.
Yeah, they're isometric, or you've got stuff like I guess I
Well,
was
this
going
one
to
had
say
straight
like,
up 3D models in it, like actual. Not forced perspective 3D.
Yeah, this is
3D
actual
rendered
3D. Yeah, not sprites that look like 3D models.
Yeah. I think this game looks really good for its age.
It looks really, really good.
And it's platform,
Yeah,
I love the way he moves when he walks.
the walk and run animations look so strange, especially since like every character has like a slightly their outfit and their posture on the skateboard feels very them, and then like when they're running, it's all the same run. So it looks so
jarring.
They got water effects in there
yeah.
too. Nice.
I did want to ask. I don't know if any of you guys would know this. I guess I'm mostly asking Matt because I know he is a programmer. So is the stuff with like the jittery models? Is that like some kind of like floating point error or something?
No, that was hardware. If you're talking about PS1 jittery models,
No, like PSP, like this game in particular.
there's jittery models in this.
Yeah, like you remember that cutscene where Phil is like kind of wiggling around?
Oh,
yeah, like the cutscenes,
That wouldn't have
the
been
characters'
floating point
eyes are
errors.
never truly in their sockets.
Yeah, like everyone just kind of seems like they're kind of like jittering around.
Yeah, like a translation, maybe, or something.
My guess is it's probably something to do with rounding errors because
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
because I don't know how many bits the PSP was. I'm guessing it was different than the PS2. And so if you're going from PS2 to PSP, whether it's like 32 to 16 bit or whatever, I don't know what it would be, but there would be some differences, and those kinds of differences, they don't need as much precision with the numbers, and so the animations won't look as smooth. That would be my guess.
That's what I was figuring was going on.
I'm obviously a better programmer than me would probably know better.
Yeah.
Would know more than I would.
Yeah.
Somebody who actually had access to the source code and looked at it might know.
Or just somebody who could who's had experience converting things from
One console to another.
Porting.
Yeah.
Porting.
And again, it's like probably not that obvious on a smaller screen. It's only just obvious.
Yeah.
on a full
Does it show
monitor.
up on the smaller screen, or is that like an emulator?
It'll show
thing?
up on the smaller screen too.
We're just talking about the cutscenes in general. So
I just mean like that's not an emulator thing, right?
It's
like, that's
not an
in the-
emulator.
It's
thing.
not.
That happens in the game. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, on native hardware, it still does it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Very interesting. This has a lot of combos in it. I kind of like this.
Yeah.
yeah. Shaba also liked having combo goals of grinding this line or yeah.
Are you playing as Wee Man right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We
Because
actually
like
get to play as
I've
Wee
gotten
Man.
used to his proportions, and now I feel like I'm gonna look at somebody else and go, that person looks really lanky.
Well,
Wee
you'll
Man's
get
very
your
thick,
chance
isn't he?
later. Yeah.
Because he just looks normal to me. Not that there's anything wrong with Wee Man as a person.
The way he looks or anything.
He is
Yeah,
normal.
no, we'll be swapping back and forth a lot.
That's
as
actually
well, 'cause,
really interesting.
Like all these
I
are
noticed-
team challenges. Oh, God.
Yeah, I really noticed that the team challenges in this level are 25 points. Normally they're 50 or even 75 points. And I think in one of the levels it's 100 points. So that's a really not valuable team challenge.
Huh. Yeah.
Team's not valuable, man.
I mean,
It's
There's
based
no I in team, which means I'm not in a team.
okay.
I don't give a
Yeah.
crap about teams.
There's
Oh,
no
I love this.
Y, O, or U in team as well, so nope,
Yep.
you're not in a team.
You're
Oh,
out.
that's so good.
All right, yeah, so
Oh,
I'm doing all these
wow.
spine transfers to get my speed up to, go up over these balloons for Conquer the Balloons.
Oh, that was
damn.
good.
If you don't want to do all of that, because, that was a lot to do it back-to-back in a row for one goal, you can jump up using this pad and, do the acid drop, and if the balloon doesn't knock you out of the line like that, I've accomplished the challenge by doing that, using the jump pad and acid dropping over. But once again, Kyoto's really, I don't want to say complicated or complex, but there's these
It's
side
got a lot
areas
going
and
on.
such.
That's great.
Yeah.
Very complex.
For such.
If I knew about
Did I
camera
just get
control.
maced by Wee Man?
You got spray paint canned.
Mace by Wee Man ASMR.
Okay.
But yeah, for like a pretty
Getting
large
maced
level, it is dense.
ASMR.
Getting maced by Wee Man ASMR, yes.
Oh man, we gotta get Wee Man in on that. I think Wee Man would be all about that.
Yeah, The older generation just doesn't get to those websites like Fiverr or whatever. They don't know the possibilities offered.
Yeah, we should see if Wee Man has a cameo and see if he'll do a.
How much do I have to pay Wee Man to do a maced ASMR for me?
Weird. Yeah, so once again, the graffiti is like 2p.
Yeah.
They didn't want to show that off.
But
left and right.
You know, also while we're here, we're going to get up to the special character.
Oh.
This is pretty cool. This is Voltraman.
Oh, okay.
Voltron and
like
Power
one
Man.
of those Power Ranger show like kind of things.
Kind of Voltron, kind of Ultraman. He's Voltron.
Yeah.
Voltraman, yeah.
Yeah, Ultraman, Voltron Man.
And he's got some pretty sweet goals.
He does look a lot like Ultraman.
Forget
Yeah.
dorks. Mega babies.
He's
My
got,
mom...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you go.
I mean, I was just going to say, like, this destruction that is going to be caused is probably, like, the biggest out of all the levels, I think.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like, it really changes up a segment of the level. I don't know. I was just advertising, so, hyping.
I do appreciate it. I like Voltron. He's very I don't know, like sometimes when they add secret characters, they strike me as a little bit too stereotypy.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, he's very inoffensive.
He's very inoffensive.
They could have done a lot worse.
They could have done so much worse, and I'm glad they didn't. And,
I'm glad they didn't make it like.
And Voltron does seem like a kind of just like a cool dude.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't
well,
make it
I mean-
like play as a Japanese schoolgirl or like.
Yeah.
Well, I
in
mean,
anime.
maybe you'll be saying something different when we summon the Mega Beast.
Oh fuck.
Shit.
There you go.
Damn, that was awesome.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
like that.
The animation looked like dog shit, but that was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, and now
I mean,
you've got all the little creatures
you
running
never
around.
thought in a Tony Hawk game you'd summon, a giant beast and
A kaiju and
fight him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick as fuck. I like that. I unironically like that.
yeah, that's awesome.
So Voltraman can throw, the projectiles, and he just has an infinite amount of them. You just hit the
Nice.
square button.
Oh dear.
It's my
Unfortunately,
least favorite mechanic from this game, but nice.
This is just sad on my part. This did not give me so much trouble the first time around. This guy just had the worst path, and then
you gotta do that 10 times. Oh god.
sometimes this isn't bad. Like if you are kind
Yeah,
of
it actually seems to lock
at
on
the
that
edge
time,
of their
yeah.
range, they'll just stand still and you could throw it at them and it'll magnetize to them. But like if you get up close, they'll freaking just run everywhere and you'll throw a million things that never hit it. It's a cool idea. But once again, this is why Neversoft didn't have people running around that you had to throw things at
Yeah.
in their levels. But yeah, look over here, like a giant footprint. We've just
that's
straight
awesome.
up changed, this part of the level.
That's
Ooh.
great.
And yeah, so that's, why Kyoto has that in the American Wasteland version.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. I love
I
that.
was wondering about that.
That's
Okay.
lore right there, baby.
I like how they attack you and then dab on you.
Yeah.
Connor, you know that I
And then
recently
hit
watched.
stun me.
I recently watched Shin Godzilla, and this is just making me want to watch Shin Godzilla again.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him up. That's what he gets for hitting you twice.
Yeah, I mean, no, seriously, like, if you just, like, throw it early, you'll get it
Sniped.
no problem. If you get any closer, they'll just, like, run random circles around you and you'll never flipping get it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Huh.
But yeah, I mean, this, like, then this makes a lot of, the missions for this guy make sense, because when you first select him and look at him, you're like, what do I need to do? That's just a street. But then,
Yeah.
when you destroy it all, it's like, oh, okay, I need to do some, spine transfers in the Dragon's Foot.
Yeah.
Or, like, this collection mission is, like, way all across this whole level, whole city.
Oh, I hate those.
Oh, if you don't know where these are, like, this would
sound...
be real hard, but, you know, shout out to my boy Benedict Gameplays for showing me where they all are. I'm just a freeloader.
Should we get Benedict to Gameplays on one of these videos? Get a hold of Benedict?
The Benedict Gameplays.
The Benny G.
What about Sasquatch Gaming or whatever the other one was?
Bigfoot Gaming.
Bigfoot Gaming, yeah. Can we get a hold of Bigfoot? Does he?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't think there's anything of like, you know, in real life of those two. They might just be like sentient computer AI or something.
Yeah, they don't
one
exist
of them is
outside
Bigfoot.
of...
I mean, he wouldn't lie.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
And we can't get him because he's out there in the woods somewhere, you know?
Well, I mean, we'd have to track him down.
Yeah, nobody's found a Bigfoot, even though he has a YouTube channel. Nobody's found him.
I mean, yeah, nobody can lie in their username. That's why, you know, Matt, you rock, and Connor's an insect, and I'm a blank tester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're a Canuck.
We got another special trick, the Voltraman grind.
Hell yeah.
Kind of some kung fu stuff, yeah.
When I was
cool.
or when my mom was a kid, she used to watch Ultraman all the time.
Huh.
Like when it was
Yeah,
airing
did she watch
in
Ultraman?
the 70s. No, but she told me she thought Ultraman was a great show. She loved that as a kid.
It's a great show, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he would always fight the monster. That would always got a big V there.
I'd always rent like whatever Godzilla movies from the 80s that the local Blockbuster would carry.
Yeah.
There, I just showed how old I am with one word.
Blockbuster?
Yeah.
Or Rent?
Rent, yeah.
Yeah, Rent.
80s.
I mean,
well,
I
the
did that.
movies came from the 80s. I'm not from the 80s.
I mean, I did that too. I also rented Blockbuster movies from the 80s as a kid.
Okay.
I just
guess
rented
we're not
video
like
games.
A decade past it or something, yeah.
I just rented video
we're
games
old.
from
Me and you were
Blockbuster.
old. We're old,
Right.
you know. And this is no country for us because we're old men.
Yeah,
But, you know.
No Country for Old Men.
That's why I've never been to Japan.
Yeah.
No country.
It's no country for old men.
That's why.
You know, we actually had to read that book in my senior English class.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was pretty interesting. We were actually going to watch like
it's a good
the
book.
movie too, but then we ended up watching some like Shia LaBeouf movie that came out like last year.
What?
Shia LaBeouf's No Country for Old Men. I love that one, yeah.
So real quick, I don't know if this was the emulator or not, but you saw that I did all parts of the team challenge, and it didn't count. So I have to. Maybe you need to do all of them in a certain amount of time, but I needed to go back and do it again with Wee Man here.
And then it counted.
This is actually going to happen next level as well, which is weird because the team challenge didn't break in either of the previous two.
Strange.
That is
But
weird.
yeah, like here in the next one, I do it with all the skaters needed, and then I have to go back and do it again with one or two of them.
That's really weird.
I don't know if that's in the actual version or just again emulator.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey guys, check me out! I'm big in Japan!
Dude, could he suck anymore? Man, that is so disrespectful to their culture.
Well, he's not our problem anymore. The Hakalugi hit rookie swap again, and we got our old teammate back.
Hey, what up, man? Good to have you back.
It's Nigel Beaverhausen, writer, producer, director. Today, I'm here to chat you up about skateboarding. When I did my first skate video, Crackers and Grape Splitters 7, the kids went nuts for it. Nobody did. The contest you blokes are doing is tubular, mega righteous. Dudes, I'm talking rad to the Mizax. Cuckoo. That is why I must capture it on video for you. It'll be huge, worldwide. And with a name like Nigel Beaverhausen, you can't go wrong. So, homies, what do you say?
Guess he got his answer, huh?
So, why'd you choose Australia as our next stop?
Well, you know what? I believe Thailand is right along the way.
Yeah, it doesn't really work as well, flying from Kyoto.
Yeah.
Because you had to fly all the way back. So once again, just like Barcelona, you do either Berlin or Kyoto, and then you have to go to Australia. And so once again, I'm just cutting straight to the end of Australia because the cutscene when you finish is a little different. Since again, now you could do a level selection for the next set. Yeah, so just once again, going there real quick.
What is the bloody noise Nigel Beaverhausen is trying to create? Can I help you? Help me! Help!
Awesome! Way to take care of that tool.
All right, my little lamb chops. Where should we go next? New Orleans would be sweet this time of year. What, with Mardi Gras going on? But Vegas has it going on all year round.
So yeah, some new dialogue there and a level selection here. So we're going to pick Las Vegas instead of New Orleans. Nice. And so we'll be in Las Vegas for the next video, the fourth and final remix exclusive. Next time on my coverage of Tony Hawk Undergrad 2 Remix.